New year, and that has a lot of you wanting a new you. It's one of the most common New Year's resolutions, and it's one people often struggle to keep with. In this week's Your Community Health with Arnett Health, WENY's Renata Steele talks with a doctor about tackling weight loss and sticking to it.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Your Community Health. And this week I am talking to Dr. Richard Terry, and we are talking about New Year's resolutions. And I think one of the top ones, I'd say for most people out there, Dr. Terry, is weight loss. And it seems to be everybody's got a couple of pounds they'd like to get rid of. And we want to talk about how to do that realistically and the best way to go about that.
Well, I certainly agree with you. Weight loss probably is the #1 resolution for most people. And you know what? Most people fail in it. That's why there are so many diet books, so many things online, so many gimmicks and gadgets and ways to lose weight, and they make a lot of money, and most people don't lose any weight. So the question becomes, how can we be successful in losing weight and maintaining it? And I have done some work in this and treated a lot of patients with obesity and published a book a few years back on the subject with a nutritionist. And the key to losing weight is to setting realistic goals. So it is not realistic if you're currently 200 pounds and you're going to drop 50 pounds in 3 months. That is not a realistic goal. And studies have shown that the reason most patients fail with weight loss is they set goals that are not realistic. They want to lose 50 pounds in 3 months and they don't do it, and then they quit. So what is? First of all, set a realistic goal. 5% from where you're at. Simple as that. So if you're at 200, you're going to lose 10 pounds. And start with that and set a realistic time frame. And typically losing more than 5 or 6 or 7 pounds a month it's hard to achieve that. So that would be #1. #2 would be setting up a routine, eating at regular times, going to bed at the same time, getting sufficient sleep. #3 would be starting an exercise regimen. And finally, #4, and you hear this all the time, is being constantly vigilant of what you eat and what you're taking in and the calories. And we don't need calories that are unnecessary. Like what? Like all the sugary things that we have. And I must have read about 100 different articles that were coming out on the paper and everything about sugar, 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 sugar. The reality of the matter is we do obviously need it to keep our bodies functioning, but not in the excess to which we take it in. Soda, things like that, alcohol in large amounts of consumption is an awful lot of extra sugar and calories, and simply those lead to pounds. So I think trying to cut out certain foods that simply probably have limited nutritional value for us and are just added calories, being conscious of that, and being conscious of what your body actually needs to maintain itself. And if you can do the math relatively easily. If you're 200 pounds, basically, and you need about, if you want to lose 2 pounds a week, basically you multiply your weight times 10, and that is the number of calories you need. That would be a little less than 2,000 calories a day. And with that, you should be able to lose a pound or 2 a week. So numerous studies have shown that it's mostly calories, regardless of whether it's fat, carbohydrate, protein, that lead to weight loss or weight gain. So there has to be some element of calorie consciousness, I call it. So that's where I'd start.
And it all seems very simple when you break it down into those very easy to understand basics. Now, this time of year, we are just onslaught with advertisements, promoting different diets, different exercise plans, different weight loss methods that a lot of them do seem really gimmicky. But you're saying, just take these few simple steps, and as long as you can stick to them, that will help you set the path that you're looking for.
That's exactly right. I mean, just, you can get caught up with, well, if I just eat this food or that food or take this in the morning, I will lose weight. Well, if you simply follow exactly as I said, basically watching your calories, eating at regular times, start an exercise regimen at the same time, a committed time. It takes about 16 weeks to have a new habit develop. So if you start now, perhaps by spring it'll actually become habitual. But start the process and do it with regularity. Don't quit. Don't give up. There's another also come New Year's resolutions. I'm going to exercise, and people join the gym, and lots of gym memberships get paid for in the month of January, and they don't get used starting in February. So I'm saying that basically get to a regular schedule of eating, exercise, and sleep, and that alone will start on your path to better health and weight loss.
All right, well, Dr. Terry, thank you so much for your insight and your expertise on this topic. And if weight loss is one of your New Year's resolutions, we want to wish you the best of luck. And we'll have some more information for you on our website, WENY.com. Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of Your Community Health.